If that's truly what he's only eating in his diet, it's going to be extremely difficult to get 8,000 calories in per day. We're talking about the latest article regarding Hugh Jackman eating 8,000 calories a day to bulk up for his role as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. Now, in my opinion, it's very possible to eat 8,000 calories in a day. It's not easy. Let me just tell you that. It's hard to do, especially if you're trying to eat relatively clean and eat clean meals and not eat too much kind of garbage, quote unquote. The issue with this is that if you're eating that many calories, it is going to depend on how many calories you're burning on a normal day. At the end of the day, though, if you're eating that many calories over, you will put on some muscle, but you are inevitably going to put on fat. To have Hugh Jackman expected to be super lean throughout this bulk, I think is kind of really not possible, in my opinion, because you're gonna put on fat, especially when you're eating that many calories. So now let's dive into what the article highlights. It highlights all of his meals that he's eating for the most part and how many calories those are. Hugh Jackman's meals include black bass, which is 2,000 calories, Patagonian salmon, which is around 2,100 calories, 2 chicken burgers, which are around 1,000 calories each, and 2 grass-fed sirloins, which are 1,100 calories each. So again, if you add all that up, that means he's eating over 8,000 calories per day. In that, it's just not just that meat. He's also eating some vegetables. And from the pictures, it looks like there's some noodles and some rice in there, but it's kind of hard to tell because it's all just kind of mixed together. Before, he was just eating 4,500 to 6,000 calories. And then he was around 6,000 calories when he was on Broadway, basically putting on 8 shows a week. Based off of his report and his heart rate monitor, he was burning somewhere around 1,500 calories per day just by doing that. So if you're expending that many calories, you do need to be eating more than what you're burning to put on muscle. So now apparently he just says that he's just training and working on eating to get ready for his role as Wolverine. I would start to say, is it even necessary for you to be eating 8,000 calories if you're not burning 1,500 calories per day doing, 8 shows a week in The Music Man? Probably not, just in an effort to reduce the amount of fat that you're gonna put on in this bulk. Quoting Jackman, he even said, "So I was eating 4,500 calories a day. It was not pretty." If he was struggling just eating 4,500 calories a day and he was burning 1,500 calories while he was, putting on a Broadway show, eating 8,000 calories and just working out and training and trying to bulk up is probably gonna be even that much harder. If he is only eating relatively, quote unquote, clean foods, where he's eating lean proteins and vegetables, there's not a lot of calories in all of those foods. So for you to get 8,000 calories, you need to eat a crap ton of food for you to put on 8,000 calories. And again, in my experience and listening to others' experience when trying to bulk, especially eating that many calories, your best bet is going to be eating calorie-dense foods. We're talking chips, ice cream, peanut butter, drinking fruit juices, all of those things which aren't necessarily going to fill you up as much, but have a ton of calories. Whereas lean protein and vegetables are going to really fill you up because they're just so filling. And again, when they're not having as many calories, it's just harder to eat so much food. So with that being said, I find it hard to believe that he's eating 8,000 calories just on this type of food and not eating calorie-dense foods. For him to stay lean throughout this bulk is probably unlikely. And if it comes out and says that he's still lean, or pictures show that he's relatively still lean while eating this many calories and not putting on that much fat, I find it hard to believe that that's even possible. But he also needs to be putting work into the gym. And if you want to learn more about putting on muscle, like your favorite Marvel superheroes and actors, go ahead and check this video out.